a lot of people are not going to like this new truth. All right, guys. So the new truth is starting to come out about the arm ticket. And a lot of people who took this thing they didn't need, or rather were in some cases forced to take this, and other people just didn't have a backbone to stand up to their employers. Now, those people are now currently, I would say, either waking up or coming to the realization that they should have put up a better fight and not taking this thing. And people who are now, again, waking up are a little upset because some of these people are sick. Some of these people have ailments. Some of these people develop Mr. C, have a cardio issue, respiratory issue, or a digestive issue or stomach issue. And this stuff that we're going to talk about today, guys, one of them I had already spoken about in another video, but I'm going to repeat it again. Now, there is a new study that just came out stating that the arm ticket caused or is causing damage to the heart. And so that's causing a lot of issues with inside that person's chest, if you will. Trying to be a little loose with my words for the obvious reason. So now, those people, guys, are undoubtedly going to have this problem for the rest of their life until they pass away. Now, what we are going to probably start seeing in another 5, 10, and up to 20 years are people passing away from damaged hearts because of this thing they took that they didn't need. So that's starting to rise right now. There are more and more cases. Doctors are in fact speaking out against this stuff now because they're like, yo, you know, we were being silenced before. We were getting our license, we're getting threatened to be taken away from us. Some doctors had their license revoked, suspended, you named it. This is the problems that they were dealing with during the whole Mr. 19 event and the rollout of the arm ticket. So now, here we are, a doctor 2 years ago by the name of Philip Buchholz, stated that he saw something concerning within the arm ticket. Correction, the name was Dr. Philip Buchholz. And the concerning thing he saw in the arm ticket was a coded DNA. Now, the DNA that was supposed to go into the arm ticket was supposed to be blank or naked, a naked DNA, which is not coded, nothing in it, and your body was supposed to absorb it, or, as he put it, eat it up, because there's nothing there. But it was supposed to help the RNA blend into the body better, and the RNA inside the arm ticket was supposed to be short-lived, meaning once it got into the body, it was supposed to do what it was supposed to do, and then sort of either deactivate or just be no good. That didn't happen. Now it lasted longer. Now you have a coded DNA in the body. Now, he stated 2 years ago, in 2023 September, that when he found this, the problem with the coded DNA is that it meshes with your current DNA, changing a lot of things inside. And he stated that we would see a theoretical risk of cancer in the future. Theoretical. That was 2 years ago. Now, 2 years ago, we did start seeing a bump in people getting Mr. C. A lot of people, in fact, were suddenly coming down with it. Now it's 2025, and more people are now awake and going, why are so many people getting Mr. C? Why are so many people getting sick all of a sudden? No warnings, just like that. They go to the hospital because of a pain, or they passed out, and they get tested, and they got stage 4. So now a lot of people are starting to notice that. So this doctor seemingly thinks he's trying to stay away from the fact that he wants to say it was nefarious, but he's stating that it could have been an oversight. That is a hell of an oversight. Putting in a coded DNA next to, or mixing it up, a coded DNA with a naked DNA. Those are two things you can't confuse. But he was trying to stay away from saying it was nefarious, I guess because he didn't want an X on his back. So anyway, that being said, guys, that is very bad. That's bad because that means everybody who took it has an altered DNA. Now, this was by the two main companies that were hashing it out. One that starts with a P and the other one that starts with an M. Those two companies had that inside it, decoded DNA. And now, why would two different companies who supposedly built their own from scratch have coded DNA? Now, I'm coming to the conclusion that this is the one way that they have people pass away and accelerate their timeline of the 2030 timeline. For those of you that don't know, look into it. But that's one way to accelerate your timeline, by getting people sick. Because this, guys, cannot be confused. There's no way you can confuse that. But nonetheless, it happened, and here we are with people being sick, everything from stomach issues to cancer. Now, here is the bigger issue with the coded DNA. It can last in the bloodline for decades. So, being that now this thing altered your DNA, it entered your genome, changed it around. Now you're passing it down to your kids are passing it on to theirs, so on and so forth. That is the problem. Now, maybe, just maybe, this genome change causes cancer and then it ends with that person. Maybe. Or it continues to go down the line and screws up more people or more family bloodlines down the line. There is that. But again, his concern was, how did they miss it? Was it nefarious or not? And though he didn't say that, his eyes said it during the press conference, or Senate hearing, in South Carolina. Now, he is hoping that it was an accident or incompetence. Both are still bad. Like, how did anybody miss this? It was the other question he was raising, but he's trying to, he was trying his hardest to stay away from saying it was nefarious, that he was hoping it was an accident and incompetence. Guys, that is one hell of incompetency and accidental nonsense for them to miss this. Nonetheless, guys, he is warning everybody, and he's getting closer to figuring out where it started. And that was as of last year. I haven't seen any updates from him since last year, which I don't know. He's not dead, because I looked him up. He's still alive, but he's seemingly a lot less quieter now. And again, that was from 2024. So 2023, he had this conference, if you will. 2024, there were more updates coming out of his lab, and then it just stopped. Now, guys, there were doctors who are coming out now stating that they are seeing unusual illnesses. They're seeing unusual respiratory issues. They're seeing unusual blood issues. We're seeing more behavioral issues. They're seeing more cancers. They're also seeing more unusual pneumonias and organ failures. Sudden organ failures at that. So, again, guys, there is nothing else that can be causing it other than that thing people took that they didn't need, the arm ticket. And it's a growing problem that it seems like more people are waking up to, but a lot of politicians are trying to avoid. Now, in South Carolina, this Senate hearing, they were listening to it, and they were in awe of what this doctor was saying, Dr. Phillips Bunkholtz. They were in awe of what he was saying. In fact, some of them looked annoyed and angry by the end of that Senate hearing, at least at the end of his session. They looked annoyed and angry. So, again, guys, this isn't good. And for those who took it, and people you know who took it, they could possibly be in trouble in the near future. Here is another thing. Canada just confirmed that there was DNA plasmid, which was the contaminated DNA or the coded DNA that the doctor found in South Carolina. Canada just confirmed that last year. Other than that, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.